Bro, hi everyone. I can't believe I fucking did it again. So I hit record this time, but I didn't realize my mic wasn't working because I had it plugged into charge. And so yeah, there's like a solid chunk of video that has no audio. I'm gonna upload it right after this one. Um, as if you want to watch me like run around. But essentially a quick recap, not much. A lot of it was spent setting up or like finding a place for this XP farm, which is Potato Noir's XP Bank. You can find them on YouTube with the Easy God Particle XP Farm by Potato Noir. Um, I don't want to drag this up, but essentially it smells cactus and kelp and uses pearl loading to um, make an XP bank. But to do that, I need to mine out a lot of area, and I wanted to. The plan is to get mending on a villager, um, before I start any mining to not lose my good pickaxe. And so we've been cycling this villager for a little bit, um, while I've been recapping my week from Wednesday to Saturday, or not went to today to Monday. What am I saying? From Wednesday to Monday, I've been just recapping my week, and I guess I'll restart. I went to visit my friend in Wisconsin. Let's call her Kay. Right, I met to meet Kay at in Wisconsin, and it was quite fun. We used to live in the same apartment as her with two other guys, and it was quite fun. So it was like a nice reunion, and we went out drinking and catching up, and also just showing one of the friends who's never been to Madison before, the sights. And it was quite fun. First day we got there, we got Korean barbecue, and I went to bed because we were all tired, and just chatting. The second night we wanted to go to the there's a gaming cafe in Madison where you can get 9 millisecond ping on League of Legends, so we wanted to go and play that. But well, because the gaming cafe opened at 4 on Thursdays instead of its usual time of like noon, and so we ended up doing other things for most of the morning, and that meant just walking around. We went to the geology museum, which I've been to before, which is pretty cool. It's free admission at UW Madison, I believe. But after that, and then on Friday, Kay took time off of work, and we went to where did we go to? Oh, 28 emeralds. No, we're rolling a lower cost. And we, with that day off of work, we went around. What did we do that day? Oh no, on Friday we ate with some of Kay's friends and went to the night market. And that was quite fun. We went to a pizza place. The pizzas were okay. But I think the biggest part of Wisconsin, I think, from at least the food perspective, was that one, it was a lot cheaper than what I was used to in Boston, and two, the pricing on not two, their alcohol is very cheap, and three, they have cheese curds everywhere. I love cheese curds. And finally, four, there's a Wisconsin beer called the Spotted Cow, and it's made in like the area. Delicious, absolutely delicious Wisconsin beer. Would drink again every time I go to Wisconsin. So that was really good. I should just be doing this instead. What am I doing? But after that, what do we do on Friday? I'm trying to remember. This isn't good. Let's see. Let me pull up my phone. What did we do on Friday? Friday. Saturday was this. Oh, that's right. Okay. For Friday, we went to an escape room. We like gassed ourselves up and we're like, oh yeah, we could beat the time. No, we got stuck on a puzzle for like 10 minutes and finished with a 37-minute time at Escapology's Scooby Doo, which isn't like horrible, but or it's 36. I don't remember. But it's not horrible, but it wasn't like good enough to get on the leaderboard, which is kind of sad. But right after that, we got tacos. No, it was before. Right before that, we got tacos at the place right next to it. Absolutely delicious. They had these beef tongue tacos that would melt in your mouth. Um, along with like quite delicious horchata. But after that, we what did we do after that? After that, we went out. It's like so hard to remember what we did. I think. What did we do after tacos? I don't remember. I think we just chilled out and stayed home. But on Saturday we went kayaking. The lake was filled with goose poop, and that wasn't fun. Whenever the wind would stop, the lake would just reek, and like anything the water got on would reek. And when you're kayaking, that's everything. Everything started reeking of geese poop. So we got home, showered, and then that night we went out to drink with in the morning, actually, on Saturday morning before the no, Friday afternoon was kayaking. That's right. After kayaking, we were all spent. And so Saturday morning we woke up to get go to the farmers market in Wisconsin, and we picked up a bunch of food. And that night we cooked. Right? Yeah, that night we. Was it that night? Yeah, that night we sat around. We just took a fat nap, and then we cooked a full meal. I think I was in charge of cooking. We made a roast pork on a bed of potatoes and carrots, with a salad. It was quite delicious. We also had some lamb bratwurst, and yeah. I had a lot of fun. I enjoyed that one significantly more. And then later that night, we went out to drink with I'm gonna have to blur that one out with Kay's friends. Noting the time down. Notepad, here it is. I gotta censor that out. Reminder to editor me. And here we went to and then we with Kay's friends, and we went out with Kay's friends. Okay, we went out with Kay's friends, and on that trip not on that trip. I'm like so tired. I'm messing my words up. And we drank, we bar hopped. It was honestly quite a lot of fun. It was kind of hard to like focus sometimes because Um, it was quite warm, and you know when you're in a dance floor filled packed with people, there was a lot of sweating done, and that wasn't too enjoyable. But vibes wise and fun wise, I think it was. And I think you get to a point where the sweat is that like covering you anyway, so you just kind of ignore it. Um, so that was that. After we and we got home at like 3 a.m. And then all took showers and went to bed. And then we woke up the next day and went hiking. Kay has a dog that's 3 months old, and so we took him with us. But halfway up the mountain, well, we got to the mountain, and because the dog was a puppy, it couldn't go. He couldn't go up the mountain by himself because a lot of like the steps and the rocky steps were just too big for him to climb up. So I ended up carrying him in my backpack, and it was quite grueling. And near the views were pretty good, but near the end, I could feel my legs, or at least my knees, starting to buckle as they began to be like exhausted. And I could tell because I felt the same thing when backpacking, when I know I'm at like my limit, when my knees start like quivering and shaking as I'm like walking. But I locked in and we made it down, and the dog was, I think that was when I kind of grew to like the dog a bit more, because I'm not really a dog person. I would, if I had to say, I'd be a cat person a lot more, but my name and all that. But I would. It's not like I hate dogs. It's just I don't mind them. And more like I'm indifferent. Like if I saw a random dog in the street, I wouldn't really react, compared to some of my friends who would immediately react and like be like, "Oh my god, look at that cutie," and like ask to pet them. But I would just like be indifferent. But like when I do get to know a dog, I find myself being a lot more like, cool, and like petting it more or like enjoying its company more. And yeah, I think that was something I came to realize on this trip. Um, but yeah, after that, I went home. Um, what did I do after I went home? Yeah, because and then on Monday we took a we flew out at like 7 a.m. So I'm back home now, and yeah, so the videos will continue like normal. Um, before I went home to record this video, I was at my siblings' place and was helping them move stuff in and buy groceries and cook, and that was quite fun. Cleaning is quite fun. It starts off kind of a pain, but like once you get into the flow of it, it's kind of therapeutic. But getting started is always the hardest part. And sometimes I feel like the meme where it's like the guy who says he will 16 emeralds, 24 paper. We'll take it. We'll freaking take it. We'll freaking take it. Please don't reset. I'm gonna leave and get some more emeralds and a book, and you're not going to reset. But yeah, that's the recap of the trip. Oh, there was also another thing where because Kay and I used to live with Kay in an apartment with two other guys. She placed in the past had placed a in the past she had placed. Let me just make this real quick. I can't focus too much. There we go. Get this. In the past, she had bought for our apartment a metal sign that said Mojo Dojo Casa House, or a Casa Home. I don't remember what it said, but it was like pink, and it used to sit in our living room. But because we moved out, when like a few like 2 months ago now, oh, basically 2 months ago now, we moved out of it completely, and she had moved out like a whole year ago. But I we brought her that from our um well, for me from Boston, I brought her the sign again, and I think she appreciated it. And then the I've locked that in, gotten some mending. Let's apply it on our pickaxe and let's start mining. But yeah. Um, and then in addition to that, while she was in the apartment, we also had started a Baby Bell wax ball. And for those who don't know, Baby Bell cheese comes in a little put this way. It comes in like a wax I think it's 31 for an anvil. Yeah. It comes in a wax like outer layer that you have to peel before you eat the cheese. And back when she was in the apartment, we made a um we had made a Baby Bell wax ball where you would get the cheese from a bunch of different Baby Bells, and you would every time you would eat one, you would add it to the ball and like compress it into a ball that would just kind of sit on on the house. And so I think the thumbnail will just be hello, Mr. Villager. Okay. But it would be this ball that a big red wax ball, and originally I had like put it up in her in her bedroom. I put it up on her wardrobe, but while she was sitting in the living room, she like was bored and was like looking around and ended up looking straight at the wax ball and finding it. So that that plan didn't really work out. Where do I wanna make this entrance? Low key, we could hide it inside. Maybe like right here. I don't know. We'll make like an embellished entrance later. I might just enter like here for now. Unless this is spaghetti. No, I can't really get to the. No, we'll just go from the top. I need the bed as well. I'm so not put together today, but so I like snuck it and hid it again. This time in like her kitchen, and so she'll find it eventually. I think that's one of my favorite things to do sometimes. Is just hide goofy ass shit around the place. Especially when it's something harmless like a wax ball, and I know for a fact that her apartment's getting nowhere near warm enough to melt that wax ball. Uh, so you know, um, just some harmless pranking. No prankless harm here. All right. Actually, let's just cover this guy up. I don't want him to die. There we go. And yeah, that was the catch up plus today's journal. Let's get to start making this XP bank. It's over here. These have to be. I can just terraform this corner. It's fine. Whatever. I really do need to make a shot. Oh, is this chunk aligned? I don't remember. Are you the chunk aligning? I really hope this isn't. Somewhere is the glass. The yellow glass is somewhere here. What? Oh, Y67. 6, 7. Chunk aligned. Are you chunk aligned? You are chunk aligned. How many blocks is this gap? Let's see. I want like probably player's height here. 211. All the way down to 180. 31 blocks. There's a lot of this stuff down here empty. It is. So like 9. Oh, whatever. We'll figure it out later. $65. Pull this back up. Hold it. All right. We're trapping ourselves in here until this is mined out. All right. Emeralds. Let's mine the perimeter around here. And then we will light this up in each corner. Hopefully that doesn't melt. Oh, that's just that. Another torch. To this, okay. That looks like it's spawn proof. Turn off. Nope, not shaders. Turn off the static placement. And then let's start mining. I think we'll do 2 of these layers for this episode and then call it a day. And this will be the first. We'll do another 2 layers. And then, yeah. But I'm curious if people are more dog people or cat people. Because it's seeming to me that, like, it feels like almost everyone I meet is a dog person. Like, where are the cat enjoyers at? But yeah. I don't want to melt that ice. Let's just go over here. Torch. Leave the emerald in the wall. And yeah. It's nice to play games again. I think I might be addicted. Because while I was gone, I was just thinking about how much fun it would be to be playing video games instead. And it might be a little bit of a problem. But I think it's fine because I still managed to enjoy the time that I did spend with my friends. So it's not like I'm too far gone or anything. But I think it's a I don't know how, like a thin margin, I guess. Tracing down to Maybe I should set up a beacon for Instamine. Wait, what am I saying? I don't even have the nether. No, my ADHD brain is not built for slow tasks like this without like watching YouTube. I need to find something to talk about. What more is there? I don't know. Actually, I'm kind of tired, so I don't know what to say. But feeling like I'm gonna edit this, upload it, and then just like immediately conk out on my bed. I think we're just gonna finish this layer, and then calling it a day. Tomorrow, I think we'll continue to dig this out fully, and then we'll start to build the farm. Maybe I'll start this episode in a creative world, and we can tweak the farm. Because I'm sure for the viewing experience, like not watching me tweak this farm is better, but I can't be asked about that. I think part of it is like my excuse is that I want to show people the full process of how I do things, and how I'm like what it would look like if you were to do the same. But on the other, but like the real reason, low key, is I've set aside this specific amount of time to record a video and to record my journal more specifically, and I don't want to compromise it with my normal time, and to focus on this like journal side hobby project. And so I think that I will do the schematic it basically recorded next video. So yeah, plenty of cobblestone. I'm realizing I will have to exit this place to put away all this spare stuff. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow in the next episode, and as always, leave questions, comments, and suggestions in the comment section below, and I'll take a look at them, and if it's a question or just if it's a question or a suggestion, I'll respond to that, and either in the comments or in the next video. Thank you all for watching. Bye!